Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. What's going on, everybody? Facebook world, Instagram world, YouTube world. What's happening? Inshallah ta'ala, let me finish getting all my platform set up. We're going to get into what we get into. I can't tell. Instagram is so tricky. I can't tell if it's on Instagram or not. Let's see if Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Inshallah ta'ala, drop salam alaikum or something in the comments from the algorithm. Share for this authentic knowledge, authentic conversations. Inshallah, we're gonna talk about that stuff that need to be talked about. Hey, babe. She's still praying. I can't tell if my Instagram is live or not. I can check on Facebook, but I can never get Instagram going correctly. Y'all drop a salam alaikum in the comments, and inshallah, small introduction, and then inshallah ta'ala, we will. Malik Robinson, Imam Malik Robinson, what a pleasant surprise. What's up with the brethren? Got the gang coming through. See, look, I put that topic on there and the members start popping out. Are y'all ready to step on these nerves? I'm always a brother getting there, all the other brothers in trouble, man. Sooner or later, we're going to round these conversations to where, some of the Assalamu alaikum, Akila Anderson. What's up, sis? How you doing? We're gonna round these conversations to some of the reservations that I know that the sisters have. Is this, I know y'all be thinking like a lot of this seems like woman bashing or whatever, but I'm a guy and I'm speaking from a guy's perspective. And at the end of the day, the men are the protectors and maintainers of the society, of the world. So we are the ones that are responsible for. I don't know if I will say the dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Anthony Morrell, what's happening, man? Yeah, so we're like the men, we're the ones that's responsible for like building the community and building the masajid and stuff. So just to be short with brother, what we say go. Just to be short. I don't know how y'all want us to put it. I think men have been trying to do the P word footing around. Y'all know, y'all can fill in the blank on that. Man, it don't look like, babe. I see y'all. Can you check my Instagram and see if it's live? I can't tell. Please. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I said babe 3 times. She ain't answered. But as soon as I call about name, she answered. Huh? You heard me? Oh, let me not get in trouble. Okay. On Instagram? Can you see it on Facebook too? I don't know. My stuff is like froze up. It's not showing me nothing. Huh? It's right now. It keeps saying upload there. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah. Anyway, Salim, I don't know the Kaleem. I think you might need to be tagged in, man. If you ain't busy, I might have to tag you in on this one, man. But all in all, the men are, we're the ones who have to set things forward. Okay, Malik, I see your comment. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to see. We've been P-word footing around this type of conversation for a long time. And let me just throw this out there too, man. This type of conversation on my platform is for inner city talk. African Americans, African American Muslims. I'm not Arab. I'm not Indian. I'm not Bangladeshi. So y'all can tune in to see what we got going on. But I'm speaking from the African American inner city perspective. I'm not speaking from no other perspective. So please, all of the scholars from the communities that are not African American, don't jump in the comments and saying stuff that about the fiqh and the hadiths and the tafsir. Man, we know all of that stuff. We trying to get to that point where y'all at. That got to be thrown out there. Y'all women are in line with the hawk. When y'all get married, y'all don't get divorced. Of course, the divorce rate is higher than y'all would like to see it. And the Arab and the Indian and the African and Bangladeshi, what we would call foreign communities, the divorce rate obviously is higher than what y'all would like to see it. But y'all ain't got the problems we got. Y'all's women are born and raised Muslim. They're born and raised with a father in the house, with a grandfather in the house, and then she marries into a family that has a father and has a grandfather, and so on and so forth. And that's due to the fact that y'all have not been. Y'all didn't go through what African Americans went through with the transatlantic slave trade. Y'all didn't go through that. We went through that. So we have a most unique experience. We were broken from our connections to Africa and our traditions and our culture from Africa in totality. Our identity as a whole was decimated. And that's what conversations like this is. And that's where a lot of the material on my platform is centered, is trying to bring us back to our original identity. We can't reestablish those cultural roots. That's a whole different conversation in and of itself. But so please, y'all, don't spam us and don't just listen to us and empower us. That's what we need. We don't need y'all to tell us what the hawk is or what the fiqh is, and brother, you shouldn't say this and you shouldn't say that. Man, we gotta say it, because we got some serious things going on, man. Serious things going on. I mean, I try not to get too personal, but y'all know I try to relate and be real. Y'all done watch me go through a lot of my own issues. And this is what I'm seeing from a man's perspective. Most of the time, what women complain about is, oh, he yelled at me, or he's mean, or he doesn't take me out enough, and he's not romantic enough. It revolves around stuff like that. But for the people who are the protectors and the maintainers and providers, the men, the people who are in charge of the relationships, who have the control to initiate the relationship, maintain it, and end the relationship, the stuff that y'all then obviously seen me go through, and which and a lot of brothers don't post about what they are going through. Wallahi ta'ala, I got a lot of close brothers who are good brothers. And we're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on what a good brother is. That's going through some things, and wallahi ta'ala, it's all the same stuff, man. It all boils down to our women not having the proper respect for us. And I would love the women to chime in. Okay, all right, I see you, Salim. Inshallah, I would like the women, y'all chime in, because this is all from a man's perspective, and this gets this conversation started. Now, I get what y'all are saying. The women are saying that the brothers ain't paying the bills, and maybe the brothers took several other wives, and y'all didn't approve of that. I don't know. I don't even like to discuss those brothers that are not qualified for marriage and that disqualifying themselves from being married to. That's a no-brainer, sisters, and we gonna get to that as well. That's a no-brainer. I'm talking about the good brothers. I'm talking about the brothers that are striving, the brothers that are established, and the brothers that are establishing themselves. There are more of those brothers than it is the Pookie type brothers that y'all actually complain about, that y'all get yourselves involved in. And I see that a lot from a lot of sisters that I'm connected with. No offense to none of my sisters. I ain't talking about all of y'all, and I ain't gonna put nobody's business out there. But from a lot of sisters that I speak to and that reach out to me in lieu of the conversations that I like to have on social media. At the end, like, I listen to the problem, I listen to the complaints, and at the end of the day, I'm like, I got religious problems. You chose to be led by a guy who was irreligious or who was not so religious. So, but the topic of this conversation is: do the sisters choose to marry for religious purposes? So, I want to head with this, and I'm gonna get to the comments. This presentation ain't gonna be that long. So if there are some comments, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be some comments according to some of the stuff that I'm going to say, and we're going to jump into the comments and try to acknowledge them and hear the people out as much as possible, and then try to bring an Islamic perspective and an Islamic outcome, a solution for what we're going through. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I didn't take the time to collect where this hadith came from, or where this what was the sanad or whatnot. This is a well-known hadith. We don't talk about it as much, but we should. We absolutely should. The Prophet ﷺ was reported to have said, "Idha sallat al-mar'atu khamsaha wa samat shahraha wa hafidhatu farjaha wa ata'at zawjaha. قيل لها ادخل الجنة من أي أبواب جنة شئت." And a loose translation to that is, if a woman prays her 5 prayers, she fasts the month of Ramadan, she guards her chastity. That's a problem we got with the sisters going on today. She guards her chastity. And obeys her husband. Y'all, this is a problem. It will be said to her, enter paradise from whichever gate you will or you wish. Obeying, we back like the first conversation, first part of this conversation, part 1 we did last week, and I was stressing to the sisters that they love to speak about being protected, provided for, and maintained, but they don't go to the next statement in that ayah. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, then this is because the men have the right to be obeyed because of what they spend, because the obedience is due because of what they spend from what it is that they have from their wealth. So the sisters love. I've never seen. I've been on social media since I came home in 2016, 2017, something like that. I have not once seen sisters complaining about the religiosity of the brothers. Wallahi. And brothers, any brothers that agree with that statement, tell me, yes, y'all agree with that, to let me know that I'm not tripping, and to convey to the sisters that we not tripping. I always see sisters talking about brothers not making enough money, brothers don't have no money, brothers marrying sisters and they broke and they can't take care of this wife and trying to get another life and woo 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 woo. I see those conversations. I never see sisters post about how irreligious the brothers are. I never see sisters talk about that. So this brings the query, are the sisters marrying for Deen? Look like they're marrying to be cared for, which is an aspect of the Deen. And that is an aspect of marriage, but that's not what marriage should be in its totality. That's not what marriage is in its totality. That's a part of marriage. I don't see the sisters. See, and this is a brother that's been around and been involved for a long time, longer than me. And I'm just now noticing this stuff as of, some of my experiences. Some of my experience, as y'all know, I've been married twice before. I didn't have religious problems. I had problems as far as, outside influences, and everybody noticed a shift in my content. But that's because I realized I'm sitting here in La La Land talking about muntik and talk about usulul hadith, and I'm talking about aqidah, and I'm talking about usulul fiqh and the fiqh. And I'm thinking we moving forward and we building as a community. And in the meantime, between time, the sisters is not on board following us. A lot of people keep telling me, bro, you need to get back to teaching. You need to get back to teaching. We need the Aqidah videos. We need the fiqh videos. Listen, our men are hurting. I got good brothers. Good brothers. Why you sorry to Allah, Hassan? Abdul Rahim. Abdul Rahman, Abdul Rahim. AR. Our brothers are hurting. We can't build. We can't build the community that y'all want to feel safe in. We can't build the masajid that's going to be all on one ideology and move forward. And we start building and we start curing and helping the problems that's inside of the community, because a lot of the brothers, I'm going to say the majority, if not a majority, by a slim margin, for sure half of the brothers that are married don't have the backing, the correct backing and support, the backing, the old backing and support of their wives. Their wives pushing them about money. Their wives pushing them about what they not buying them. Their wives pushing them about what they don't have. Their wives pushing them about where they want to live and where they live currently. This is not the Deen. That is not what is going to bring you Jannah. As we see per the hadith, the idea of being married is to use marriage as a tool to better your practice in life so that you have the better chances on the day of judgment. That's what marriage is about. And I hate to be the one to say it. I hate the one to be I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the bad guy, but we got to call a spade, and it is what it is. The sisters are not they're not concerned with the Deen, which is making things impossible for the brothers. When a brother is stressed out, and I experience this myself, when your wife is giving you fitna in the household, you can't study, you can't focus. You have, if your wife is not, and sisters, hear me out. If your wife is not obedient, if she does not follow, if she is not behind you and on board because she got all these reservations about the dunya, about whatever you might. My problem in my last marriage is I was given too much dunya. I was told, and sorry to go into this, but we gotta be real. I was told that I was a good provider, but I was a bad husband. This is what I was told. So this is about dunya. Then I'm hearing sisters say, "Oh, I had a sister. Wallahi ta'ala, a brother slapped fire out his sister." Because that sister looked her husband in the face, wallahi ta'ala, and told her husband that first she said she wanted to move to Florida. And then he was like, yeah, I ain't really working with that right now. So, we'll be, and mind you, of the ungratefulness of this woman. She lived in Houston. The sister used to live in Atlanta, beautiful city, prosperous city. Everybody want to be there. He moved her from Atlanta to Houston, or she moved from Atlanta to Houston, whatever the case may be, but she went to Houston for the brother. And wallahi ta'ala, when he told her that, she said, oh, the brother Abdul Kabir moved his wife and his family from Cincinnati, to Florida. You can't even do that. Bah, brother, smack fire out of her. I don't condone that. But what are you expecting? Do you think the brother gonna be like, oh, okay, honey, okay, Allah musta'an, ya habibti. What? And then both of them calling me. One was calling me, and one was calling my wife at the time. We both in one ear and the other, and then the sister went as far as to say she's gonna start sleeping with his friends just to be disrespectful to his brother. Wallahi ta'ala. Wallahi ta'ala. Too many of these type of stories I'm hearing. Sisters, on one end, the sister complaining about it, she got too much dunya. On the other end, the sister complaining about she don't have enough dunya. It's all dunya. I haven't got nobody. I called nobody, and they said, this brother, he's not studying, he's not leading the prayer, he's not teaching us, he's not teaching the kids. I haven't had one of those calls yet. The calls that I get is that the brother ain't doing nothing, and the brother has to do something. That's neither here nor there. Brother has to do something. That's true, and that's a conversation in and of itself. But what I'm seeing is that the sisters are so concerned about the dunya, and they're so concerned about what a brother can give them, or what a brother can, or what he's not giving her. And then she complained about this, she complained about that, and sister, this is one thing I've noticed, because I'm a psychology fanatic. One thing I noticed about the sisters, women, listen, take this advice. When y'all get in y'all emotions, the initial thing that triggers you, you don't even be mad about that no more. Y'all might discuss that, fight about it, argue about it. After that, y'all just keep an attitude. So the brother can't do nothing right. We didn't talk about it. We didn't argued about it. We didn't not spoke to each other for 3 days. You done forgot what even started it, but the attitude lingers. It lingers. And then the brother thinking we good, and then he go to come to his wife in the bed, and she roll over, and I've experienced it, and there's so many other brothers. I'm talking about. I got brothers. We be on group calls, be 4, 5, 6, 7 brothers on group calls. Like, yeah, man, my wife, woo, 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 and it's the same stories. And and then after I do videos like this, the brothers hit me up and they be like, yeah, I appreciate you speak on that topic. Because if they try to say something in their household, it's gonna make it even worse than what it was. Y'all see, I'm hard-headed. I said something in my household and that led to my last divorce. I'm hard-headed. The brothers are so pious and the brothers fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much that they don't even want to add to, even though they're right and their wife is wrong because they're not obeying them. 9 times out of 10, brothers say, listen, all right, coach, listen, put it down. Leave that alone. We ain't doing that. You want to do it. I hear you. You want to do it, but we ain't doing that. That's not what I'm into. That's not what I'm doing right now. And you expecting me to be the provider, maintainer, and sustainer. Means you got to be okay with the direction that I'm going and what I'm paying for and what I say where we're going to live. And I say how much groceries we're going to buy. Or this is my decision. It's not yours. And the sisters get all bent out of shape because they feel like they don't have a voice. It is not your job, sister, to have a voice in the relationship. Absolutely, you can influence us. Absolutely. But you can't dictate to us. And I see too much of our women trying to dictate to us. The hadith says, and the woman obeys her husband. So whether you feel vindicated, whether you feel like you right, or whatever the case may be, the brother like, that ain't what I meant. That's not what we're doing right now. Now you take that personally, and you don't have the justification per Islam. That is feminism. We have a problem with feminism penetrating the minds of our women to where y'all believe y'all have rights that Allah didn't give you. Since I didn't employ what you said, now all of a sudden you feel disrespected. Now you turned all the way off. Brother can't have nothing from you. He can't have a smiling face from you. He can't have a thank you, babe. I appreciate you for working hard. Text, none of that. Brother, not yams. You can cancel that. You can cancel that. Yeah, that's right. Yes, it's like this in these Akida streets. In these mean Akida streets. It's like this. This is stuff brothers got to deal with. Wallahi, I got so many brothers that I'm connected with, and they having these reservations. It was scary for me to jump out here when y'all seen a shift in my content, but it was necessary because as much Aqidah and much fiqh I know, much usul al-hadith, as much muntiq, as much as the stuff I know, wallahi ta'ala, when I was having problems and my wife wasn't following me, it was useless. It was useless. So when we say, do the sisters marry for Deen, when counseling is had, I've counseled some couples and judged between them and so forth. I've been counseled and have been judged between, and at the end of the counseling, the wife feels like she hasn't been heard, or she feels like she didn't get her way or whatever. And then she now she don't want to talk to that imam. She want to talk to another imam. She don't want to talk to that brother, but then she want to talk to another brother. And then you go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people you talking to, and then finally the brother, it's like, man, I ain't going no more counseling. We ain't doing that no more. You gonna do what I said, or we just gonna end this? The sister, don't forget the hadith says, and the sister, the woman obeys her husband. I showed y'all last week where it said that a woman, a wife's paradise depends on the happiness of her husband. New sidebar, I'm not talking about pookies. Do not jump in the comments talking about brothers who taking wives all over the country and don't come home and he ain't providing and he talk to you crazy and he putting hands on you. Do not mention that guy, because I assume you are smart enough, or are you not, that person is not eligible for marriage. I'm assuming this. Too many brothers working hard, not getting the credit. I just had a conversation yesterday with a very close friend of mine. And, I hollered, I say, hey, man, what's going on? How y'all been? How was the summer? And, man, we've been into it the whole summer. What? And this is a solid brother. This brother is beyond solid. This is one of my companions. I'm talking about this brother so solid, he deserves 4 wives. This is how solid this brother is. He deserves 4 wives. So pious. So pious. And nobody's perfect, but what I find a lot is that the sisters will find something wrong with her husband, and since she can't have her way in the relationship, she looks at what's wrong with her husband or what the husband may be lacking, and she pounces on that, and now every argument is fueled by this one imperfection that her husband has. That's not what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam commanded you to do. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what he commanded you to do was, if you don't like something about your spouse, you go and focus on something that you do like about your spouse. And I think we forgot about this. I know we forgot about it. The amount of arrogance that I see on social media with the sisters. If a brother ain't doing this, and if a brother ain't doing that, if a brother ain't woo, 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 woo. And then I see the video and I see the sister, she not speaking appropriately on her video or on her post. I go to the comments. A lot of this content is built off of what y'all be saying in the comments. I'll be looking at it and I'll be seeing it. And I got a bunch of screenshots and a bunch of videos that I screen recorded that I'm gonna share, and it's a lot of conversation, a lot of content. It's gonna lead to a lot of conversation. So many sisters, too many sisters. In the comments, like, girl, you got yeah. If he ain't paid $9,000 for my mind, he ain't never. He better get out my inbox. Oh, this brother did this. This brother did that. Well, that ain't what. What part of the deen is that? Y'all brought that with y'all from Jahiliyyah. Y'all got groups. Wallahi, when I got divorced and I just remarried, a friend of mine, a sister, she called me, was like, why these sisters put you in a group? They put me in a group. Ain't no man Muslim group where we trying to expose women and be like, hey, and y'all brothers married this sister, and then y'all brothers done got a video with this sister. But ain't no Muslim man-led group. Y'all is crooked. Y'all out of pocket with all this mess. There was a Muslim T app via Facebook before the T app. Y'all beat the kuffar at their foolishness. And y'all know that it's haram to do gossip. And y'all doing gossip on the level of when you make a group and you posting a brother. And the sister was in the group, and she was sending me the stuff that you were saying. The women that was saying the stuff I had never been involved in. There's several sisters that I reached out to that I was interested in marriage. They never said nothing in that group. There's sisters that I don't even know that have seen my content, that's been on my page. They following and they putting that stuff up. A lot of them I didn't even know. I didn't even recognize. That's crazy. Going back to the topic of this conversation, do the sisters, are y'all marrying for religion? If y'all marrying for religion, y'all should know that that's haram. That is completely haram. Y'all spreading gibah all over the place and doing namima all over the place. When our women are not following the brothers, we got imams, we got shuyukh all over the place. It's talking about Aqidah, talking about fiqh. I done went over Akhdari a few times. And before Akhdari, which is one of the first, it's a primary text that speaks about Salah, Wudu, and Iman. And before it starts talking about Salah, how to make Salah, and Wudu, how to make Wudu, it's talking about aspects of Iman. And one of those aspects of Iman is not doing Namima, not doing Jibah. We talk about this stuff all the time. We living in the books, and here y'all is making Facebook groups talking about who married this brother. Look, this brother just been remarried. Do you think she was a second wife? Do you think he cheated on his first wife? Y'all doing Jibah, y'all doing Namima. And it's tens of thousands of sisters that's seeing this and sharing it, screenshotting it. Y'all, listen, be religious. Forget what I did. Let what I did or what I didn't do be between me and Allah. Y'all not religious. Our women are not religious. Y'all didn't make a group that says brothers who have been divorced, or there might be some skepticism. One sister said, he just divorced this wife, but then he popped out with this wife. Let's add up these dates because it don't add up. This was a Muslim sister that said this about me. And there's so many other sisters in the group like, girl, every girl you did, you got a major kabira. You got a major sin on you. The sister that posted that, major sin. Sister that made that group, major sin. Times 10,000. Are y'all religious? There's not a brothers group that's doing this. And y'all call us sassy. Because we got nerve to check y'all on y'all irreligiosity. And then, wallahi, these sisters is asking for $10,000 in a dollar. And then these sisters get married because they fine. Y'all beautiful. Yes, y'all beautiful. Y'all fine. Y'all look good. We see the angles. We see it. Y'all go and get married. Y'all post y'all pictures of how beautiful y'all are. Are y'all religious? Y'all post y'all pictures of how beautiful y'all are. And then y'all catch a brother. And then the brother don't even know you was in that group carrying on like a fool. And then you go and bring that right there into his household. And it's for long as you in that honeymoon phase, everything is okay. But as soon as the honeymoon phase fades, that character starts to show. I don't see the sisters having religious conversations on social media. I see the sisters exposing brothers. I see the sisters screenshotting brothers. I see the sisters talking about other sisters because this sister has got married to this brother and she's the second or third, whatever. I don't see the sisters talking about the first, the second, the third book in the fifth. Let's talk about the Aqidah. Let's talk about, hey, does Allah have a hand? Does he not have a hand? Well, I don't see y'all talking about that. Do y'all marry for religion? I see the sisters talking about how much they got to be maintained for. I see the sisters talking about how much their dowry is supposed to be. I see the sisters posting about how a brother can't even begin to have a conversation with her because her bills is X amount of dollars a month. That's all I see. Am I tripping, brothers? Rob, what's going on? Assalamu alaikum. Hey, Rob, am I tripping? Is that just my algorithm? Am I delusional? Is that just my algorithm? Please, somebody inform me. Marriage is about religion. It's not about money. And I understand one of my companions. One of my companions, he reminds me all the time. He say, man, don't forget when we was thugs before Islam, they was hot girls before Islam. I say, you right. You right, you right, Abdul Mujib. You right. But it's the brothers that's growing beards and got a kufi. The sisters, they playing with the hijab. As long as they can get a brother, then they got the hijab on. If they can't get a brother, they take it off. It's the brothers in the masajid learning how to recite the Quran with tajweed, learning hadith, learning fiqh, learning aqidah. Sisters, I ain't doing that. I ain't saying all of y'all because there's a bunch of sisters that shop. But the sisters ain't relying on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger. I'm gonna keep it real. It seems like the sisters learn Surah 4, Ayah 34, and that motivates them to become Muslim. And then all the, Salah and the Siyam and all the other, and obeying the husband, all of that, it seemed like it's like, okay, we'll worry about that later. For now, I'm single, I got these kids, I want to be loved, and the Muslim men are the best men on the market because it says in the Quran that they're supposed to pay the bills. Wallahi, this is what the brothers, this is the conversation in the locker room, sisters. This is a conversation in the locker rooms. Uh-oh. He said, it's not just my algorithm. SubhanAllah. We got big problems here, y'all. And because feminism reigns high, it reigns over us. It is the predominant influence. That should push the sisters more to learn Islam and learn what Islam has to say about who is to lead the relationship. The men are in charge of the relationship, ladies, not y'all. Whenever y'all don't get it, whenever it's a situation, I know of another situation with another brother. The sister don't like where they living, and the aunt chose to move to a different place, and she don't like it. This is crazy. This is absurd. And the brother pays the bill, all the bills at the place they currently at. The sister doesn't pay any bills. She, she does some little hustling or whatever, and then she, or whatever, she maybe throw a bone to the brother. But as far as I know, every time I see the brother, he in his work uniform. I don't care if it's Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, brother in his work uniform. Whenever I run into the brother, he in his work truck. Is she giving the brother a problem? Sisters, let me be mean to y'all real quick, man. So y'all husbands or y'all intendants don't have to do it. You can unfollow me. You can report my page. I'm gonna take out for your husband. Brothers ain't checking for no sister that was just in a long relationship and she got several kids with that brother, and then she jumped back on the market. Not our first option. Sorry, y'all. And I say that because a lot of sisters are deluded because when y'all post one beautiful picture or whatever, y'all rarely be posting y'all husband. Y'all always post a selfie of how beautiful y'all are. Y'all get all them simpy brothers that know you married, that jump on your page and heart your page. Mashallah, sister, nice photo. Nah, mashallah, sister. Man, if I see a sister, if I seen a sister, I know she married. Never. So y'all are deluded, thinking y'all got options. That's that one brother, and then you end what's solid and what's stable because you think you can have. You got a good Muslim. You think you're gonna have a better Muslim than the one that you got. That's feminism. That's not Islam. So I'm saying it to y'all because I don't want your husband to say it to you, but then y'all be calling me. I'm saying it so your husband don't gotta say it. Be humble, sisters. And then the sisters go and complain about we go and marry a younger woman. Well, a younger woman ain't been through the turmoil that you claim that your last husband put you through. And women, y'all endure emotional pain different than men do. It sticks on y'all. It don't really stick on us as bad. So a brother gotta come behind the ex-husband and undo everything that the ex-husband did to you. Wallahi ta'ala, I was just in the situation. Both my previous marriages was like that. I'm just gonna keep it gutted with y'all. Both my ex-wives were in abusive relationships prior to me, and I had to deal with that. I got to go and be the psychologist. I didn't hit now one of them, and brothers know when there was somebody before them, and then you court and says, my husband did this, my ex-husband did that, he did this. He like, shh, sis got a lot going on. Because you got to think about this, sisters, and I'm just keeping it real. You got to think about this. Men, we exhaust our resources. Y'all exhaust our resources. Rewind that. So brothers of value, we move a little bit more calculated. Like what I'm getting myself into, because I know she gonna go to the Sheikh and Facebook and everybody else if I don't obey Surah 4, Ayah 34. If I don't protect, provide, and maintain. If I don't do that, she ain't gonna talk to me about her being righteous and then her being obedient. With that ayah says that too. In order for her to be protected, provided, and maintained, she has to be righteous and obedient. Her righteousness depends on her obedience, and her obedience depends on her righteousness. We can't bring that up in a relationship. When it's brought up in a relationship, oh, you're gaslighting me. That feminist undertone, you're gaslighting me. What Allah and his messenger said? Once I was correct about a situation in counseling in one of my previous marriages, and the hadith was given, the sheikh, he heard the problem, and then he was like, sister, the brother works. Yeah, the brother provides. Yeah. Okay, he's a student of mine, so I know he's on his Deen. We don't have no problems there. So, sister, why are you mad? And it was some emotional stuff, and he said some mean things to me or whatever. So he's like, okay. He gave her the hadith where it said, like, this was his verdict, and it said that the women are the majority of the denizens of hellfire. Of the citizens of hellfire, the women are the majority. And then the women asked, "Oh, that's not fair. Why would we be the majority?" And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Because you curse your husbands, and you're ungrateful to him." He said, "Sis, you're ungrateful. You got a brother that's working. You got a brother that's striving in the Deen. What else do you want? What else more do you want? You want a romance novel? And, I do that. Y'all watch me. I do that. I take trips and go out, beaches and romantic restaurants. I do all of that." It was that thing, like I said earlier, it might be some chinks in your armor. There's some chinks in everybody's armor. Some shortcomings that some of us brothers have. Our women are supposed to give us alleviation. They're supposed to cover that. Just like this hadith said, and she protects her, and she protects her chastity. She protects her husband. Even that ayah 434, it says that she protects the husband's, she protects the husband's possessions and his honor when he's not, when he's not in her presence. She's protecting her husband. Y'all expound our mistakes and our shortcomings. Y'all don't protect them. Most of the women that I'm talking to, when he gave her that hadith, Wallahi ta'ala, she said, "Okay, where's the hadith for the men?" Not religious. This is not religious. And then there were friends of hers. There were 4, 5, 6 friends. They were backing that up. And then there's a lot of Facebook posts that are made along those lines, backing that mentality up. Yeah, these brothers just be trying to use the Deen to control women. Y'all out of control. Y'all do need to be controlled by the Deen. Every human is out of control and needs to be controlled by the Deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Ati Allah wa ati Rasul." He addressed everybody. And first, he's talking to the men. Obey Allah. Obey the Rasul. It wasn't an optional. So y'all get to complain about us controlling y'all with the religion. Who do we get to complain about us being controlled by the religion? And we're in charge. Who do we cry to? You're supposed to be controlled by the religion. What are you talking about, sis? We're backwards. Feminism has poisoned the minds of the sisters. And y'all believe y'all have rights that y'all don't have, that Allah did not give you. Obey Allah, obey His Rasul. Y'all bucked up way too much because y'all get the opportunity to work in this country. So, that makes you not needed, man. Yeah, there are laws in this country that protects the woman, but it doesn't protect the man. So y'all use that against us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered you to obey your husband. But since you can divorce him and put him on child support and even spousal support, you do what you want to do in that household. And women even threaten the men with this. Astaghfirullah al-azim. I'm going to be the one to say it. So your husband don't have to. So your intended does not have to. And yeah, my delivery is strong. It's strong. Even my wife told me, she's like, yeah, your delivery is just a little heavy. It's just a little heavy. I want it to be heavy. Look, I done showed y'all 2 hadiths in the last 2 weeks that's teaching your comportment in the relationship is dependent on your paradise. And we can even take that a step further. If our partner, the men, if our women are not in line, dare I say that word, in line, if our women are not in line and they're out of bounds, they're off the pathway to going to Jannah, what is that going to do to us? My woman ain't religious, so how can I be religious? 2 of my close companions, man, they got separate corners in their house that they go and they got to just for them to get solitude from their wife. I'm talking about 2 brothers that can Quran and Sunnah you to sleep. All of y'all, listen, when I do these kind of videos, I get 1,000 views. When I talk about Quran, Sunnah, and I'm opening up the books and we got the hadiths open and we talk about the fiqh and boo, 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 we breaking it down to the science, 100 views, 130 views. And 80 or 90% of them views be men. Don't be women. It be men, not women. Y'all don't want to hear that. How we supposed to get ahead as a people, as individuals, when I'm carrying this spiritual dead weight? Spiritual dead weight. How are we supposed to get ahead? You making your husband a slave to the dunya. Even in that same hadith about the women being the majority of the hellfire, that don't even scare y'all. The Prophet says, there's another narration when the Prophet said, so y'all are so ungrateful that when you are asked what your husband do for you and he does everything, you say he don't do nothing. There are no hadiths like this about the man. All of these type of hadiths about who's going to follow who's going to obey who, and who should be in charge, and who should not be in charge. They're all about the women. Ain't none of them about the men. What leg are y'all standing on that gives y'all so much vigor to cause so much trouble? It's not even that hard. It's like it's as if you even say the word obey or obedience to your woman or in the household or on a video, here comes some triggered sister. Okay, yes. Here you come. You're sexist. You're chauvinist. You're gaslighting. What? Okay, Allah is a gaslighter. Allah is a chauvinist. Allah and His messenger are gaslighting. Na'udhu billah. I'm telling you what the religion say. I'm telling you what you said. Your Deen said what you said. The Deen that you say you believe that. I'm telling you what that say. At the end of the day, what we doing? What we doing? When we got a problem. When we have a problem. And the problem does not revolve around your rights not being withheld from you or being upheld. It's just 90% of the time, it's just some emotional stuff. I did something, said something that made you mad, or I didn't hear what you said, or I didn't respond to the text fast enough. It's always just some little easy little something little that ain't really, it doesn't affect anything. It just offends the feminist ego that lives inside of you. That tells you have to dominate a man. And we like, oh, okay, yeah, listen, babe, I ain't trying to hear that right now. You should be afraid. When your husband give you that tone, you should be afraid. Our women don't do that. I want to be like, what? Hold on, what did you mean? You didn't say that. I just said something to you. You didn't say nothing to me. Be happy that brother ain't say nothing. I had a sister tell me that she was that she wanted a khula from the brother because the brother don't say that he don't argue back with her. She's like, he just looks at me like I'm crazy. You is crazy. Most brothers are arguing and cuss not most, but a lot of brothers are arguing and cuss their woman from here to the moon. And the sister told me she wanted a khula. She's like, well, that shows me he's not emotionally invested. Girl, what? We have such a detrimental situation as African Americans, as minorities in the United States. We got our boys, our young teenage boys out here killing each other, killing you. You on your way coming back home from the grocery store, and you ain't got a man to protect you, and all your YN sons is outside with the stendo hanging out their pants, and as soon as they see the one YN that they don't like, they let off 30 bullets, and here you is walking in the house with a bag of groceries, and then you get hit, and now you just some unfortunate story. We got all this going. We got our young daughters, the pre 18, pre 20 daughters, OnlyFans threatens OnlyFans. Man, we ain't got that as a problem in Islam, but what we do have a problem is the hijabi baddies. That's our version of the OnlyFans. We got sisters that just believe they're so beautiful because they get so many views and so many likes that they can make these brothers in their views and in their likes compete to take care of them. Because I haven't seen one of them beautiful sisters. Them one sisters that y'all know got 50,000 followers, 60,000 followers. She gets 500 views every time she go live. She gets 1,000 likes on her pictures, and 75% of all of that be y'all sisters. Oh, she is so beautiful. Go, sis. You did that. You beautiful. Ow. Pause. Pause. But y'all jump in the comments of these beautiful sisters. Man, I ain't seen one of them. I did a video. I did a screen share of a young sister, a beautiful young sister, drop dead gorgeous, and on her whole page is cussing brothers out, going live. Y'all need to get out my inbox, and you know that nasty attitude, that nasty, sexy red hijab attitude. I did a reaction video to what she posted. And here come all the sisters. Take that down. She's a young sister. Don't do that to her. Brother, this is slander. Brother, don't do. We can't check y'all. As y'all religious as y'all not. She was making a video cussing brothers out by how they couldn't afford her. Sis, what makes you affordable? Because you pretty? If y'all don't understand by now, there are so many of y'all that are pretty. That does not protect you. Y'all are playing our game. If you knew what I knew about the pretty game, and I be trying to lay it out to y'all, but sisters always get triggered. Don't take that down. That sister, don't do that to that sister. Oh, sis, don't worry about what he said. You're beautiful. She wasn't reciting Quran. She wasn't talking about Aqidah. She wasn't talking about, hey, listen, y'all sisters need to obey y'all husbands because our obedience to our husbands depends on us going to paradise. Let's make our husbands happy so they can go out and provide for us, so they can take care of our sons, and our sons don't become YNs. And so that our daughters don't take off the hijab and say, you know what, I just want to be free right now. We got these problems. Y'all are playing our game when y'all display yourselves as so beautiful. Listen, I'm gonna say this so your husband ain't gotta say it. I'm gonna say it so your father, young sister, you watching this, I'm gonna say it so your father don't have to say it. I'm gonna take it out for the brothers. Y'all weak. Y'all weak. Y'all are weaker than us. You can't post a beautiful picture and some player, brother, listen, wallahi ta'ala, I'm telling you what I tell my daughter, my daughters. Me, I had a former life. I know how to knock them off. Most of the brothers, they know how to knock them off. It's brothers that's so good, they can make this Deen sound like romance. Y'all not built to be protected from that. You post a beautiful picture, here come that player. And there's a lot of player brothers and there's a lot of player brothers out here. A lot of player brothers out here. He can make that hot beef sound so good. Sister, Slime Alaikum, sister. Yeah, he can make it sound real good to you. And then brothers be having them good, beautiful beards. And a lot of brothers be working out. And y'all see them working out. And you see the brother, he posts a picture of his construction uniform. I see y'all jugging on here. I see y'all jugging on these apps. I be seeing a lot of y'all, and don't y'all be embarrassed. It is what it is. I be seeing y'all in the likes and the hearts and the comments, like, sound like a brother. I've always been married. I don't get that kind of good attention. But them single brothers, and they be looking good. His brother puts in a suit and a tie, and he glowing, and he looking good, and he doing his morning walk, and he got his phone on, and he like, yeah, I just want to share my thoughts. Sister being kind of like, how many lie, brother? Sound like a brother. Sound like y'all know how y'all do. Y'all not built for that pressure. Y'all not built for that. You ain't doing yourself no service by posting all these beautiful pictures, all these beautiful videos, which is not religious. Don't get lost now. Stay on topic. Stay focused with me. All the Sister Mary for Deen. You instead of posting about Akida and Fiqh and what the woman's importance should be and how we should be doing in society, saving our boys, saving our children, mending the families, building communities, building masajid. Y'all on here like duck lips, and y'all not built for that pressure. I've been on social media almost a decade, and I've seen so many sisters that do that, and in this decade, I've seen sisters on their third husband. So when you're doing that, you're attracting brothers. Man, she fine. That's a raw piece right there. I'm not thinking about how. We're not equipped to think like, you make a family with this sister and raise some nice Muslims, and we go before on the day of judgment and we're like, look, Allah made a lot of young Muslim slaves for you. That ain't we forget about that. When we see that pretty picture and sister, you pop the hip out of the doggone hijab or the niqab and all that. A lot of them be having the niqab on and they pop the hip out just enough for them to know you got a little shape. Hear the brother, hear that player come, sound like a sister. Y'all not built for that pressure. Y'all not built for that pressure. And y'all got 5,000 of these brothers. And y'all any, many, mighty more against these brothers. Any, many, mighty more, which one is going to pay my dowry and I'm going to raise the dowry? When it's something that's in high demand, the price goes up. This ain't religious. And then one of the brothers catch you, and then, y'all get married and y'all do the thing, and then it ain't what you thought it was going to be. Him tricking on you. I'm going to say what your husband can't say, and I'm going to say what your father don't want to further him, what he's scared to say, because he's going to push you further away from the Deen. Young sisters, I'm telling you right now, going that irreligious route, it don't work for you. It is so much easier. Stay on Deen, do what Allah asks you to do what your husband asks you to do. He's religious. Now let's get to that part of the conversation. Why y'all not choosing these religious brothers, man? Y'all want the brother who got 20 bodies. He's a YN, an OG, an imam, and he's an entrepreneur that makes 6 figures. This is what the sisters want. Because you deserve it. Because you don't settle. You're not going to settle. Nonsense, don't settle. It's okay to have standards. How's that working out for you? Our women are the most unmarried women on the planet. That's not a flex. Okay, y'all got your own money. You got your own nice house. You got your own nice car. All right, cool. But have you done the real human thing? Have you married well? And have you built a family? And then you submit that family to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the day of Qiyamah? That's what you're here for. Your Audi can't drive you through the pearly gates. Your Birkin bag, it won't help you carry all of your good deeds, and then you dump that out at the pearly gates. You be like, look, Allah, it fit in my Birkin bag, look. All them nice hijabs with the Fendi print on it and all that stuff. Allah ain't gonna not see you and be then your character was horrible. And then since you dress nice, Allah not gonna see you and you gonna slide on through on the suit off. That ain't the currency you supposed to be dealing in. And y'all put so much pressure on the brothers with all this stuff with dunya, it's not gonna get it cut on the day of Qiyamah. That's why we're here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran that marriage is supposed to be a protection. I'm paraphrasing, but the spouses protect each other. Protect each other from what? Dunya. The sisters are bringing the dunya in the marriage. And there's so many religious brothers. We are all caught up in the influences of this society. Everything's about beauty and status. We came into Islam as reverts, and we didn't do enough to soul parts of that stuff. This is the problem. And y'all won't let us break y'all away from that. I'm going to tell you right now, sisters, African-American, Muslim, only 5% of black men make $100,000 or more. There's a 95% chance if that didn't get through to your hijab, there's a 95% chance that you're going to marry a brother that does not make six figures. 85% of African-American men are in the average range of income of $40,000 to $60,000. Some reports said $70,000, which is still coming a little short in the cost of living of today's time. You got one or two options. Keep doing what you're doing, and y'all come together, and y'all agree to pay whatever y'all agree to pay. So if you want a higher standard of life, if you need that, or be cool with what that brother has, and you infuse your life into what that brother has, and you help him make that work. What I see is that y'all dump everything on the brother, and then y'all blame him for not having $80,000, for not having $90,000, for not having $100,000. That's what I'm seeing. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. And the bigger problem of that is now y'all holding out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, waiting for the right one. You got standards. Let me remind y'all of something. It takes practice to be a good spouse. If you spending 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years single, because you got all these invisible standards that are irrelevant, I don't care how fine you are or how good you tie that hijab, your marriage skills are rusted. And in the courting process, a brother gonna peep that your marriage skills are rusted, and he gonna keep it pushing. It doesn't make you strong that you ain't dealing with none of these brothers until you get what you want. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his messenger said that you should want is a brother who's religious. If you got a bag bigger than his, fine. Continue to pay for the stuff that you was paying for on your own. That ain't why you supposed to be wanting a brother. And y'all talk so big and bad while y'all single. Oh, I don't need a man to pay for this. I got my own money. Okay. Keep having your own money while I marry you. I'm supposed to lead you to paradise. I'm not supposed to lead you to a bigger bag. I ain't got to do that. If you like me, if I look attractive to you, and you vetted my Deen, and I don't make the money that you think is gonna be to your standard, okay, keep your money, keep your standard. Since that's what I got. How much you need? Say what you need. That's what I got for you. I give you that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say that I have to do that. Allah ta'ala said I have to give from what I have, not from what you think I'm supposed to have. I don't know who told y'all that. I'm gonna be the one to tell y'all that ain't it. That's not what that ayat means. The ayat doesn't even say that. So with this crazy dynamic that we have dealing with discrimination on every front, and then I mean y'all acting like y'all don't realize that African American men are a target of this government. Y'all acting like y'all don't realize that, and y'all egos that got y'all so deluded. Oh, I did it. I went to school. I make $80,000 a year. That man, the system ain't worried about you. The system don't care. I'm the one that can start a war. You can't start no war. If I get the resources in my hands and I don't have the mentality that this system think I'm supposed to have, I'm the one that can topple this system, not you, sister. So they let you slide by. You didn't earn that. Yeah, once the opportunity was given to you, you worked hard and you prevailed. But listen, the opportunity is given to y'all. It's taken from us. Stop acting like y'all don't know that because you drive an Audi or what's that car, the Tesla. You got a Tesla. And because you dress nice. That's not why you are here. Let me remind you, you're here to serve Allah and obey his messenger and try to earn Jannah, inshallah ta'ala. That's why you're here. That's why we are here. I ain't got time to start a business or start another business because when I clock out, I got to do the family thing and then I got to go and study. Y'all don't got to go and study. It's cool for y'all to go and study. Y'all don't have to. We have to. Prophet Islam broke his day up into thirds. A third for the Deen, a third for work, and a third for his family. We steady putting out, y'all steady taking in. So give us a break. Let the dunya go. If you want to be married and you want, this is what life is, y'all. Life is find you that person, make you some Muslim people in your family, and sacrifice those people to Allah. You and your spouse, y'all sacrifice yourselves to Allah, and the people that y'all make, y'all sacrifice them to Allah. That's why you're here. You're not here to get a bag, to have a bag, and bag. That's not why you're here. I'm hearing too much about the bag. I'm hearing too much about the bag. That ain't why y'all here. And if you like Khadijah, man, me and Salim was talking about this the other day. If you're like Khadijah and you got emotion, and I heard a sister say the other day, no man, your brother ain't got no emotion. Y'all want to marry these brothers and they ain't got no emotion. I got the video. And she got 50,000 followers. And all her videos get 4,000 and 5,000 views. Brothers ain't giving that sister them views. It's y'all giving that sister them views. And she has the whole production. She has the whole Instagram production. She got nice hijabs, and she drives. I think she drives a Tesla. So when she go live in her car, you can see the sky and the ceiling. All that stuff influences y'all. And then if y'all don't peep enough game to be like, this person is producing this so that they can influence, so that they can beef up the followers on their account, so they can get sponsorships, or if they got if they want to do promotions, or if they have a business themselves, and this particular sister does have a business herself, they can get more, get free advertising for I'm an entrepreneur. I know the game. That stuff influences y'all. That sister with so much pride, with all the strength of her beauty, told y'all, don't marry no brother that ain't got no emotion. Y'all listening to them. What do you mean ain't got motion? The masajid across America, and I'm a truck driver. I'd have been to masajid across America, not every place, but enough for me to be able to say, the masjid is full of Muslim men. I very rarely see sisters. When I see sisters, they with the dad, they with the husband, they in the family. I don't see a lot of sisters going by themselves, except for Atlanta masjid. That's another day, another story for another day. They ain't gonna invite me to speak there no more. Or they might, so we can balance that out a little bit. But if the masjid is full of people. It's full of people, full of Muslims, full of men. Y'all not gonna tell me all these brothers is bad. And if I don't see y'all in the masjid, but I always see y'all on social media, therein lies your problem. You coming to social media to find a mate. And the only way you're going to find a mate on social media is if you posting the pictures with the angles. I don't see none of y'all going live. Even when I was, like I was saying earlier, when I did that reaction video to that young beautiful sister, wallahi ta'ala. After that, I took the video down because I'm actually Facebook friends with I think it was her uncle. Man, her uncle's like, come on, that's my niece, man. I was like, all right. And I said, it was just content. I mean, I like the bigger problem is you should have hollered at your niece and told your niece, like, hey, niecey poo, don't be displaying yourself like that. Don't be talking about the Muslim men like that, about how they can't afford you and they ain't good enough and y'all better stay out her inbox. Why are you posting? If you post a picture and you're beautiful, brothers gonna come in your inbox. Don't tell nobody come in your inbox. Don't come in your inbox and you posting all these beautiful pictures and videos. Well, like that. She started reciting the Fatiha. She can actually read the Quran in Arabic. Like I learned a little bit about the sister because I know some people who know her and know her mom or whatever. And then, it got a little ugly. I wasn't trying to be funny or whatever. It was just, I came across, I said, see, this is the mentality that I'm talking about. Because when I say this, y'all be like, that needs to be the sister that you dealing with. That ain't how I am. I'm not like that. So I'm like, okay, let me show y'all some of the stuff that I'm seeing on my feed. And some couple brothers just seen and said, like, it ain't just my algorithm. This is what is on social media. So this is what we got going on in the community. Well, like that, she started reading Quran. She started reciting Fatiha on there. She was like, we're gonna do a different surah every day. And I commented, I was like, alhamdulillah, young sister, that's what I'm talking about. This is beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Then she blocked me. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up, man. But overall, man, I hope I made my point. I hope I made my point. Disclaimer that I ain't woman bashing. I'm holding our women accountable. As a man and as a leader in my society, it is my job to say something. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you see something wrong, change it with your hand. If you can't change it with your hand, change it with your tongue. If you can't change it with your tongue, just disagree with it within your heart. I'm seeing us going the wrong direction. It's so hard for brothers to get married. The brothers are so intimidated by y'all. Y'all are so beautiful. Y'all so beautiful. And then the brother look on there, he see 5,000 views, and then he sees 729 comments, and it's 55,000 mashallah. And then some brothers go and look at this brother because she responded to this brother, but not that brother. And he's like, oh, why did she respond to that brother and not that brother? This brother, he wasn't the prototypical, stereotypical beauty. But here, the one brother, he's a good looking brother. He got the long hair. He got the Allah tattoo on his neck. You know what I mean? It's like, Hawaiian Imam. And she said, thank you, brother. Alhamdulillah. Brother, go look at his page. I'm like, okay. And now y'all are wrongly influencing the brothers. And the brothers thinking that this is how they got to be. And then you go look on the brother whose comment she didn't respond to. You see his brother, he in there with 4 or 5 brothers. He got a full jalabia on. He got a big old beard. He got the turban. He don't have the Allah tattoo on his neck. He ain't got the Lululemon jeans with the poo shiesty in the left pocket and the kufi in the right pocket. That's what I'm seeing. And don't make me troll y'all. If y'all play like this ain't going on, don't make me troll y'all. I got so many videos of this stuff already in here. And a lot of these gonna be some of those reels and shorts to show y'all what I'm talking about. This stuff needs to be spoken on. It needs to be said. We don't have the right fixture. We don't have the right fixture in our minds on where we're supposed to be going. We got a couple of imams out here. Imam Amin's doing good work. Imam Fahim's doing good work. Imam Khalil's doing good work. Even the brother who was on here before, Imam Malik, they doing good work, man. And all these brothers that's been around for a long time and have been imams of Masajid, been involved in the community, all of them will second this. We can't build and get to where we're supposed to be as a people and stop all the shootings in Muslim Philadelphia, stop all the shootings in Muslim Detroit, Muslim Cincinnati, Muslim New York, Muslim Harlem, We can't stop all this stuff if we don't have the cooperation of our women. Because you know what? At the end of the day, y'all cut our legs off. Because when it's time for me to lead and lead as a man, I can't say nothing to your son. I can't say nothing to your daughter. I can't say nothing to our son, to our daughter, because you leading the relationship. And you leading it with the feminist ideology. You're not leading it per Quran and Sunnah. When I put it down, so okay, these are the Akida lessons, these are the 10 lines that he got to learn, boom, boom. You supposed to be there like, hey, listen, your daddy said get on there and read your book. You letting him still play on the game. He wants some Lululemon jeans, and then the religious father is like, man, we ain't doing that. Nah, man, we about to go right to Ross and spend that $29 because I got to protect, provide, and maintain. Because I'm from the 85% of people who make $40,000 to $60,000. Not me. I'm paraphrasing. But then she gonna go behind his back. Oh, you're not providing. You're not providing for me, and you're not providing for your family. And it's stuff like this. Then we can't get ahead as a people. And then when the children see that the mother don't respect the father, he don't have no say so in his household. And next thing you know, he's a prisoner in his own household. He's a slave in his own household. Listen, sisters, this is what y'all doing to us. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. If y'all care about y'all sons not being YNs and y'all care about y'all daughters not becoming hijabi baddies, and look, y'all, we like 10 years into the hijabi baddie movement. They ain't got no husbands. They have a social media following. They don't have husbands. They got kids, and they ain't got no husbands. The hijabi baddies is running the whole entire internet. The Muslim and the Muslim social media, the hijabi baddies running. Not the Black Imams Round Table, not the true Aqidah of Salaf, not Masjid Uthman Danfolio, the Soul Solutions podcast. They not running. We can't get we talking about stuff and giving lessons and bringing authentic Islam to Black America. But the hijab baddies got all the attention. That's a problem, y'all. And y'all ain't doing a good job leading us. Because from what I'm hearing from my folks in Philadelphia, that mass shooting that happened on the 4th of July, both groups had Muslims in it. Abdullah it got so bad, Abdullah is busting at Abdul Rahim. And y'all know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna get into the comments. It was a sister on here that made a long comment. Make sure y'all share. If y'all watching on YouTube, subscribe. Everybody, like if y'all watching on Facebook, most of my followers on Facebook, go to the YouTube. That's where everything is. All the stuff is stored. And if y'all need to screen record and like, I can't believe this brother said that, go to YouTube. Spread the hot, man. Well, I want this. I like these conversations. I want to have these conversations so that one day we can have the proper mentality, and we will be building families. And once we build families, we can build communities. Once we build communities, we can protect our communities. We can become independent. We don't have to worry about the police no more. We don't have to worry about crooked policies. We don't have to worry about mass incarceration, high teenage birth rates, all the stuff that we deal with in the inner city. We don't have to. Islam got the solution for all of that, y'all. And I ain't gonna hold you. The brothers is in the masjid, man. Y'all only thing that y'all say, we like, man, so you got to obey your husband. You got to protect that household. And y'all like, yeah, if I had a brother to obey, are you kidding me? Have you been to Jumu'ah? You mean to tell me all the brothers are bad? All these brothers bad? All these brothers, we at the Jumu'ah Musalla is full, wall to wall, with men, not women, with men. You telling me that you ain't connected to none of the brothers that's connected to the brothers, and you can find one husband, but you can go and find 50,000 followers on Instagram Come on, the girl math ain't mathing. The girl math is not mathing. That's true, sir. It's all the way true. Robert is sick, man. Robert talking about add the Somalian sisters to the chat. Subhanallah. It was a sister on here. She had a long comment. I see you on here, Halim. Let me. I just beat up the women so bad. I'm gonna come back to you, Halim. Here it is. Nura. Nura said the root cause of the issue is far more complex than women not wanting to get married. The proof of this is in how widespread this issue is now. There is an agenda to destroy the Black family. We're dealing with a complex, systematic problem. True. And in response to that, sister, us brothers, I'm gonna keep it real. I agree with you, but I don't think the sisters fighting the fight with us. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you was on here or not when I said earlier, the brothers, we, for the most part, we've left behind, or we're trying our best to leave behind our jahiliyyah. It's the brothers that's reading the Quran, learning the Quran, sitting with the shuyukh, in online programs, filling out the hanukat at the masjid. It don't be it be 2 or 3 sisters that might be there, and those 2 or 3 sisters that might be there, they be married. They already on point. It should be the sisters should be there too. Should be involved in all this stuff. I'm in my online courses. It ain't that many sisters, and it ain't that many sisters overall. And I don't think there's any African American sisters. I don't think there's any. I'm a double check. I don't think there is one. Where are y'all getting y'all? Deen from Reels, from Mufti Meek Reels? Are you kidding me? No, I don't think the sisters are joining us in this this agenda to destroy the Black family. The Black family has been destroyed. Let's start that conversation. They were trying to destroy the Black family in the 40s and the 50s, by the 60s, 70s, and now they done destroyed it. I don't feel like the sisters are joining us in rebuilding the Black family. It is the wrong stuff is too popular. Like, I'm willing to bet that this sister, then because she seems smart, I'm willing to bet, Sister Nura, that you have not gone live about this topic. And tell me if I'm wrong. That you have not gone live about this topic and received 10,000 views or received 50,000 followers because you talk like this. And alhamdulillah, I see your profile picture. Y'all can see her profile picture. She's covered properly. I'm not getting hijabi baddie vibes here. But I can't let me see. I'm about to pull your page up right now. So let me see. I'm gonna put it. Look, okay. I'm put you on Front Street. Okay, you got 6,500 followers. That's pretty average. You got 6,500 followers. We got 189 mutual friends. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't get hijabi baddie. I'm looking on your page. I don't get hijabi baddie vibes. Yeah. Okay. So so the sisters I'm talking about is like leading the conversation and leading these things. They have like 50,000 followers, 40,000 followers, 20,000 followers because they like displaying themselves and they teaching and talking all the wrong stuff to our women. And that's why I say I don't feel like the sisters are. You okay? Mm-hmm. Oh. Huh? Oh. Huh? No. I thought you needed something. I don't. I don't see those type of sisters, which is the bulk. That is our Muslim youth. It's like 18 to, I would argue, 35. That 35, then they start being like, this is Jabberback stuff ain't working out. Let me go on down in the Muslim. To the Muslim masjid, get me one of them older brothers that we got landscaping business. After like 35, and then like their third marriage, and they got 4, 5, 6 kids. those are the what people who are moving the masses under 18 to 35, and the brothers from that age group, they laying low. They not out here like that. They laying low because they got 3, 4, 5 Muslim girlfriends. They ain't trying to be outed, so they not loud with what it is that they doing. And the wrong ones that y'all think is cute that I see on not you, but I see like on their videos and stuff. Them brothers don't really be after y'all. Not the good sisters, like you seem to appear. They don't be after y'all. The brothers with a lot tattoo on their neck, and they a rapper, and they rap it like mashallah. We just came from Juma. Them brothers, they not looking for y'all. They got 4 hijabi baddie girlfriends. Y'all tell me I'm lying. Now to be lying. What's going on, It said, Assalamu alaikum. Many want the religion without obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger. It is obedience that brings the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very good point, OG. People have to understand that if you come to this Deen and think you're going to have it there and they're going to have it their way, the Burger King slogan, they are self-deluding themselves. One has to become humble and submissive to his ways in order to be changed from the person they used to be in thought to the person they have to become according to Islam. If Islam is what they want, they have to be willing to cut it off. I don't know why I got cut off. They have to be. I'm pretty sure you're gonna say they have to be willing to obey. And you see, this is the men talking like this. Can we find? Let me see if I can find one comment from one sister that says something along the lines of this, which is my point. The brothers are religious. The brothers are in the masjid. The brothers are rebuilding ourselves. The brothers are trying to get to where we're supposed to be. I can't explain to y'all enough. Ladies, hear me when I'm telling y'all this. If you don't give your man peace, you are destroying that man. And giving him peace is obeying him, following him. Just like the sister Nura said, they have an agenda. There's a systematic agenda to destroy us. Sisters know this, and no, you can't stress that black man out. And he just dodged the police. The YNs is out here shooting all across the street. He just barely made it in the house. He didn't have a good day at work. He got his bosses on his neck, and he want to step aside to pray, and he can't step aside to pray. He got to wear a beard, and his job is telling him you must be clean shaven. We dealing with hell. We dealing with complete hell. You got to be his peace. You got to serve that man. And ladies, y'all don't work as hard as we do. Y'all work hard. Y'all do. Y'all work hard. I know y'all little fingers hurt from sitting at that computer all day, but my spine hurt. My spine hurt. 80% of black men work in physical labor. 80%. And it's the reverse with women. 75% of women work clerical or retail or like education. Non-physical jobs. I know y'all tired and y'all sleepy because y'all working y'all brains and y'all typing on the computer all day and yelling at kids and at schools and stuff like that and dealing with psychology and you just heard the craziest story from this family. I get it, but my back hurt and I can't stand up. My ankles swole up. That's a different type of pain, and we gotta do that. We have to. Men don't work in those fields and predominantly. We work with our ability, our blessings are physical. Vast majority of the brothers is down at the local plant, or driving trucks, or working construction. And these are the foundational jobs. Respect us, ladies. Please respect us. Please. We begging y'all. We just a little bit of peace, a little bit of just a little bit of leeway, a little bit of peace. My man has worked so hard. My man just works. What's wrong with that? Why do y'all feel like it's something with y'all ego about that? Oh, because I did it before, and that brother went and took another wife. Okay. Why? What they got to do with your husband right now? Respect that your husband is a part of building the infrastructure that you depend on every single day. That cop car that you gonna call, if it's a creeper outside the window, there were men that built that. The street that the cop drives on to get to you and bring you and your children's safety, men built that street. Your office building that you go and clock in, men built that. Your clock in system on your computer, men invented that. The mall you like going to, men built that mall. Can we please have some respect? Can we please have some respect? Sister Noor said, if the best we can do is point the finger at each other, we may as well throw in the towel now. We're done. Shaking my hands, subhanAllah, I lost one to God. I apologize if this come off as finger pointing, but no offense, sister. This feels like that thing where y'all don't like accountability. See, when we get blamed like this is why I spearhead these types of conversations. And you can look in the comments and you ain't gonna find too many brothers disagreeing with me. Sister, look at the comments. Ask the brothers in the comments, do they agree with what I'm saying? Do they resonate? If you married, sister, ask your husband. Maybe you good to your husband and y'all don't have these problems, but ask your husband if he saw this prior to you. Ask your husband if he's ever experienced this. Men, we hold each other accountable. Y'all can see so many refutation videos on here, refutation of Abdul Kabir, refutation of Imam Shakir or whatever. We men, we all day see the brother said this and this is not right according to this hadith and this is like this. And then I see the videos. Oh, okay. The brother just tried to get me. So boom, here I go. I make a video say, so the brother Shakir, he was not correct. Here's the hadith right here. Here's the ayah. Men, we hold each other accountable. And we are the leaders of society. Like I said, the Prophet Muhammad said, if you see something and you can't change it with your hand, change it with your tongue. This is a problem. Homes are not being built. The homes that are trying to be built, they're being destroyed. We have to have this uncomfortable conversation. And from a man's point of view, we have to speak from our point of view. And ladies, y'all run social media. The only thing y'all see is how bad the brother is, and he didn't provide, and he took a second wife at the end of the relationship before y'all divorced. That's all you see on the algorithm all day. The man's perspective is not there. I take pride in interjecting that perspective. I've been a victim of this, and it's sad. I don't think I'm too bad of a guy. I work till my hands bleed. I stay up and study until I got one eye open and I fall asleep on my computer. I'm memorizing texts. I'm sitting with the shuyukh. I'm asking questions to the shuyukh. I'm talking to the youth. I made some mistakes in my previous marriages. Yes, I did. But it wasn't catastrophic to the where I felt like myself and a brother like myself should just have a woman just cutting the food inside of your household and you providing for this individual on every aspect of the spectrum. That pressure of, you saying we feel like you pointing the finger, that pressure, I was afraid to say something at one point in time until I wasn't. Until I seen, because it's no secret, my last divorce is spilled out onto social media. And I've been teaching in Islam for almost 13 years now. So, I take the lesson out of things. And I saw so many women, so many sisters that agreed with this, non-submissive behavior. And it wasn't because I wasn't providing, that I wasn't abusive. I said mean things and yelled and lost my temper, giving respect to the other party. Yeah, I did. Ask for forgiveness for me or whatever. But no rights were withheld. A close friend of mine, he on here right now. Same thing happened to him. This is a shame. He was married for a decade. Married for a decade. I was on the phone I was on the phone, and he trying to get a peace of mind, and he trying to check what he did and what he got going on, telling me the situation. She in the background calling him all kinds of bees, hoes, and told him and his children, get out. I gotta point the finger. Where did she learn that? Where did his wife of 10 years learn that? I'm on the phone. I heard it. I witnessed it. I don't give a what I do. Computer say he can't even take care of his own household. F him, F you, get out. I'm hearing this. It's a Muslima. She wrap her hijab just like you do. And I'm telling the brother, stay calm. Don't say nothing. Don't respond. Hey, here's this hadith. Here's that hadith. And the more hadiths we gave them, the more angry they got. Sisters, going back to the topic of this video, do y'all marry for Deen? So if we have a problem with us being leaders in society, with us having a problem, we have to identify the problem. I'm sorry. I wish the brothers was the problem. I wish it was. Content would be different and the work would be a lot easier. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. When I'm with a crew of men and I'd be like, yo, man, who just put this wall together? And they'd be like, oh, it was Pedro, Hamid, and Shakur. And as men, this is how we are. Y'all not there because y'all not building the world like we are. Y'all are in the world that we're building. So y'all not privy to this. I'm finna let you in. And please excuse my language. I go to that wall and be like, hey, man, that wall looks like shit. Do it over again. And the guys are like, man, Abdul's an asshole, man. Come on, y'all. We got to do it again. That's how men are. So if men were the problem, I wish we was the problem. The problem, it'd be fixed just about overnight. But since we're dealing with women and we're dealing with girl math and we're dealing with emotions, and we know emotions are not rational, it's much more finicky type problem. So I apologize if it looks like I'm pointing the finger, but I mean, after this type of content here has been years in the making. It's literally been years in the making. From my personal experiences and from what I experience, what I see, and for at least 7 years, this has been a topic of conversation in the locker room. So I want the sisters to hear objectively. I want y'all to hear objectively. I want y'all to y'all just take it, this jot it down. If it don't apply, let it fly. And the real Salihat, they agree. They agree. What is the consequences of being submissive? You get provided for. Your husband talks to you nice. Your husband considers what you say a lot more. Y'all coming straight, not saying you, but y'all women come straight at a man. That ain't how you deal with us. We don't let other men come straight at us. So how can you weaken me? Because if we don't agree and it get disrespectful because we don't agree, I can't punch you in the face, but Abdullah, I could punch him right square in his sunnah. And that's the understanding that men have. But when it comes to women, it's like we got to deal with, and I can't knock you out. So we have to deal with this. We want y'all to hear what we're saying. And we can avoid a lot more domestic violence situations because a lot of brothers don't know how to process their emotions like I do. I don't think we know each other. We follow each other. My first wife tried to kill me, literally tried to kill me because I divorced her. And I didn't hit her. She actually tried to shoot me, and I didn't hit her. I didn't punch her, hit her, trip her. I slammed quarters out of her now. Oh yeah. I slammed the Mario coins out of her and took the gun, and still didn't hit her. Because that's how in tune with my emotions I am. Because I know how that's going to look, and that's sad. It's sad it had to get that far. So we have to speak up. We have to, and this is the reason why you might see some of this woman bashing content. That was a tragedy. I could have lost my life in front of my son, our son. I could have lost my life in front of for this reason. This ain't what we're supposed to be having going on. And we got a lot of situations like this. And it might not be on social media, and it might be on social media, but this is what we have going on. And we just got to be real. What is you on, Miko? And it's Feli, not Fubu, young man. Oh, man. Okay, so Robert's trolling. Don't shoot the messenger. Abdul Samir Ali. What's happening? Man, he been around. He been around 50 years. OG out here. He'll tell you what I'm telling is true. We be in the barbershop and we shooting a bobo. And this is what the bobo be about in the barbershop, y'all. Y'all ain't allowed in the barbershop. I tell you. Abdullah Isa. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Noor, I appreciate your contribution. A lot of women don't speak up, man. They be scared to speak up. I want y'all to speak up so we can kind of correlate, because it does look like it's one-sided. But I'm a man. I've never been a Muslim. I'm married to a Muslim, so of course it goes on. There's ridiculous behavior going on with men and women. That's the problem, though. Neither women or men want to be held accountable. I can't say I disagree with that. I can't say I disagree with that. Who deleted what, Sunil? I didn't say y'all don't work hard. I said y'all do. I said y'all don't work harder than us. Okay, I think I got all the comments. Let me look on Instagram, see if there are any comments on Instagram. I don't even know how to work Instagram. I can't. I don't know how to. Hey, babe. You calling me? Yes. Who would I be calling babe? I didn't know about his surgery. Yes. See, y'all be tripping. Yes. Can you look on your on Instagram and see if there's comments on Instagram? Yeah. Please. Okay. See, y'all obedient. See, look, she did what I said. See. Yeah. I gotta learn how to work Instagram. I don't know why. Is there any? No. What is that? It don't look. Hold on. It don't look like it. But I'm just. I think that's a YouTube comment. Let's make sure my volume is turned down. No, there's no comments on Instagram. Okay. Well, I can skip that. Thank you, honey. You're welcome. Let me look on Facebook. Huh? Yes. I don't want to skip no comments that should be displayed, so bear with me, y'all. Let me make sure. I don't know what's wrong with my pages, man. It might be shadow banning me again. It's not even showing, like on my phone, it's not showing me going live, so I can't even click on. All right, there it is. Okay, let me look on here. Some stuff I can see, some stuff I can't. Rayhana Muhammad, some married for Deen, and some other things. That's why spouses need to be vetted properly and communication needs to be there. Put everything on the table. People are playing with the Deen instead of embracing it. I agree 100%, Sister Rayhana. Absolutely, I do. Okay, I don't see any more comments. So, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to wrap it up. Y'all don't be shy. Make sure y'all share, subscribe. Inshallah, it'll be weekly. Again, on the weekend, we had a family beach trip yesterday. So normally I like to try to do it on Saturdays, but it'll be Saturday or Sunday. I got a crazy schedule as far as truck driving. I'm in different cities, and a lot of times I don't be having service. That's why I couldn't do the stuff throughout the week. So I'm gonna try to work on getting that schedule back. If y'all got some copies, or if y'all feel like y'all object to what I've been saying, then hit me up. We can talk about it. I don't want to be wrong. I want to get this right. I'm not worried about being wrong or being right. I want to get this right, inshallah. So, Hassan said, and it's said that every other group of people are submissive to their husbands besides the African American sisters. That's a fact. That's a fact. And like I was saying earlier, we are descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. Other communities were not. So our identities have been decimated. We don't know what our roles are. I mean, men, for the most part, I think men are not doing what they're supposed to do with their finances. I do believe that. And we're going to get there. Part 3, I plan on shifting the conversation towards the men and what I think I see wrong with the brothers. And it does. I think that the provision, the money part is a big issue with the brothers. So I just want to impart some understanding as far as that goes of this conversation. But I agree, brother. I agree 100%. So I probably say I wasn't trolling. I was using the steel edger, bro. You silly man. You fried, bro. But alhamdulillah, I want to get this correct. I don't want to just be correct. I want to get this correct. So if there's any sisters out there from the opposite perspective, I'm telling you what the guys say and what we feel like. So if y'all object, on whatever grounds, and it can't be a personal experience. I'm telling y'all my personal experience, but I'm telling y'all that from teaching in the masjid and being in the community and brothers reaching out, this is a big problem. A lot of brothers, they don't want to say nothing because it can mess their situation up. It's brothers who have, they got assets with their wife, and things go left, or they might be going through a divorce, and the asset woman might try to get mad and be scorned and try to dog them out on the assets. Brothers have professional jobs, and they really can't be out here like this. I work for myself, so I ain't got nobody, that would care about what I'm posting or whatnot. So, if y'all got something to say, then let me know, and we'll go from there. But I ain't had nothing to say last time. So last week when I told y'all that women's the maintenance that y'all receive is based on the obedience that you give your husband per Quran and Sunnah, per the Quran 434. Y'all didn't have much to say then, and y'all don't give me no break if I'm wrong. And y'all let it be known I'm wrong. So. If inshallah ta'ala, let me know. Make sure support Muslim Black scholarship. Like I've been saying this from the jump. We make funding videos go viral and all types of the other wrong stuff go viral. I try to center myself on meaningful conversations. Win, lose, or draw. If I'm wrong, then maybe this will cross the eyes of the individual who's right, and he can make a reaction video and he can correct Abdul Kabir, and I'll share it and I'll repost it. And now we're doing the right thing with social media and sharing and seeing and reacting and all that. We're using this as a tool for the Deen, not a tool just to get a bag. like I was telling the sisters. So, all right, I love y'all for the sake of Allah. And Kuli Kola had that with astaghfirullah. Make sure y'all like, share, send a heart, or comment. Salam alaikum, help the brother out. I'm not getting monetized for this, and I'm not looking to get monetized. I just want the hop to spread. That's my end goal. And I almost don't want to get into monetization because I don't want to be controlled by some sponsor. I don't want the sponsor to censor what it is that I'm saying and my viewpoints or whatever. This is my baby right here. This is my brainchild. This is, this is the fruition of my Islam since 2007. And in view in 4D. Now, me personally, I'm real. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me, I got a good business and I'm happy. I have everything that I want. I want some other things. I got everything I need. I don't need no sponsorships. It'd be good to have some extra money, but I don't want the extra money in exchange of them censoring what I can say and what I can't say, or them influencing certain topics that I should cover and certain topics that I shouldn't cover. That's how things are not getting done. I don't care about them sponsorships. While the YNs in my neighborhood and all the neighborhoods across Black America are shooting across the street and the bullets is flying through the doggone windows, and it's because Islam is not in the households appropriately. That's why I care about that. I care about brothers not catching bodies and not feeling like they have to sell drugs and go and lose a decade of their life like I did. That little bit of money that they give me, and I'm not finna run that rat race where you got to get 100. The statistics say if you have 100,000 subscribers on average per month, you'll make $1,000 to $3,000. I got way better things to do with my time than sit on here talking to y'all. I really get paid for my time. I can make way more money with the amount of effort and energy it would take for me to try to amass 100,000 followers and post 25 times a day. I don't like y'all like that. Y'all cool and all, but y'all don't like y'all like that. But just to pay it forward, it don't hurt you at all. If I said something good and you hit the share button, you get the buttercup for what I said good because you put it on your page. And if 10,000 people see it on your page, you get 10,000 hasanat in your account. That's the rules that I follow. When I see a brother do a good video or somebody put up something good and one of the imams did a good video, I share it or I heart it or I jump in. A lot of times I'll be busy. I can't watch it just to show support to the brothers. Jump in. Hey, salam alaikum. Just to put, just to get their comments ran up, get their views ran up, to share it. We need to support the haq. Support the haq. Okay? I love y'all for the sake of Allah. When the color had that, what start for the live, I hit you up tomorrow, son. I just poked myself. That was so goofy cool. I'm trying to salute the brother and just poke myself in the eye. Love you too, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, I'll see y'all next weekend. Peace.